Alright, G Squad, and just like that, I am back at home and I am sitting in front of the Hell Kesey, man. Now let's get right to the topic of today's video. I was in, obviously, Paris, Italy, and Switzerland, right? Had all this footage on my vlogging camera right there. And long story short, I got home, so if people are wondering why you didn't get no videos past that Ferrari manufacturer headquarter place, you know, after I went to Lamborghini headquarters, if you haven't watched those videos already, not too many people have, so I know, go back and watch them videos and don't skip the ads while y'all there. But anyways, when I had all the footage, we went to, obviously, like I said, we was in Como, Italy. After Como, Italy, we went to Switzerland, and we went to Milan, we went to a bunch of different places. And long story short, I had 200 some clips on this camera right here. Now this is part of the YouTube game, so for anybody who wants to become part of the YouTube world, this right here is gonna happen, because it ain't the first time it happened to me. I was going through my camera and I was erasing the clips that I'm not gonna use to edit later. It makes the whole editing process a whole lot easier. If you follow me on Instagram or you follow me on Snapchat, you would already know it takes a whole lot of time to edit these videos before you can post it. I know a 15 video may seem like it's like this, but trust me, that's a whole day crammed into a 15-minute video, sometimes maybe longer. Y'all know how I do. But anyways, I had all these 200 some clips on there, and I was going through erasing and I was trying to multitask. Now anybody who knows me knows I'm a terrible multitasker. So I'm going through, I'm trying to like edit or delete the one footage and the clips and all that stuff, and then next you know, I accidentally erased all of them. I accidentally erased every last 200 some clips I had from being on top of the Eiffel Tower, the most Switzerlands and the most mountains, the most majestic views and all that. Yes, I erased it, and there were some funny, hilarious things that happened in the meantime, in between time from the time I got overseas to the time we left overseas, and I erased absolutely everything. And then even I had a video made when I got home that I was supposed to do, and I accidentally erased that. So that was all in there. So yeah, all at one time. So, and that's like the third time this has happened to me at least from the time I started a YouTube channel. But everything else I was able to just usually reshoot. G Squad knows that because I've talked about that in other videos before. But obviously I can't go out there and reshoot this, because boy, that was a taxing ass trip. So if you didn't skip any ads throughout this video, I greatly appreciate it. That means you are for real certified G Squad approved. But for the people who are not G Squad, it's not too late to become G Squad. Subscribe, hit the bell, don't skip the ads. In a nutshell, I spent thousands of dollars and all that stuff for me and my family to go out there and get this legendary content, but at the end of the day, it's all about the memories and the life experiences, right? Now, with that being said, you have to make money in order to be able to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You have to put food in the pot in order to cook it and eat, right? Same thing with these videos on YouTube, right? Now, I know a lot of people probably won't mention it, definitely not under the light or the umbrella in which I'm about to mention it to you. I love doing YouTube in a nutshell. I love it. I love y'all, G Squad. I love making the videos, but at the same time, it is a business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do what I do for the business. In my opinion, honestly, I don't think nobody can be successful at anything if you're not passionate about it. Because in order for you to work hard every single day, in order to be consistent at every single day, in order to be relentless at it every single day and believe in it every single day, day after day after day after day, month after month after month, week after week, year after year, you have to be passionate about it. Otherwise, that's just a big discipline. I ain't never seen that kind of discipline before. You know, usually it will shed out over time. You know, it won't, the longevity of it won't be as long as somebody who is passionate about it. I know this from experience because that's how I was with basketball. Never loved it, but I knew what it took for me to be successful at it, just like any other thing in life. But for the people who are passionate about it, they made it a lot further than me, because there's certain things that you can only get past certain hurdles and certain obstacles when you're passionate about it. For the people who aren't passionate about it, you know, when a few bumps in the road come along your way, you'll stop. Or I never stopped, or I never quit, you know, but there was times where like self-doubt comes in, and you know, being discouraged and stuff like that. And even for stuff you love, that can happen to you too. You know what I'm saying? I fall victim to all the things I'm telling y'all about. Now, I know y'all watch my videos and y'all say, you know, I inspire you and I motivate you and all that stuff, but you got to understand there's a lot of people out there in the world that I've looked to from the time I was a kid to the time I was an adult that I look at and inspire and motivate me. Not all of them are celebrities, you know what I mean? But I've seen even them, they have their own issues and their own problems, you know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, me doing all this YouTube stuff and investing all this money to do YouTube, you gotta understand when you put money out there. Now, this is for all the people out there in the world. I know this video is getting a bit lengthy, and I'm trying to keep my videos a whole lot shorter. I'm trying to get better at that, you know, but it's kind of tough. ADHD brain, and that's a fact, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of, you know, ramble sometimes, you know, but I'm always gonna keep it real with y'all G Squad. I'm always gonna keep it G for the G Squad. Let me focus that thing up right there. Boom, man, I just dropped my phone. Okay, now we back in action. I'm always gonna keep it G for the G Squad, man. And the thing is when you're doing YouTube, and then for anybody out there who's want to do YouTube or anything else, you want to be successful, you want to start your own business, you want to do whatever you want to do, and you want to be your own boss at it, you got to understand, you got to believe in yourself long before anybody else ever believes in you. And then on top of that, you have to invest in yourself before anybody else will ever invest in you. God helps those who help themselves. You know what I'm saying? So if you can show the rest of the world and God and yourself, more importantly, more than anybody, that you believe in yourself. So with the YouTube thing, I invest in myself. I invest in my YouTube channel, both channels, the Big Legendary Family. Go subscribe to that channel. And when I went to Italy, France, and Switzerland, thousands of dollars was spent on that trip. So let's get an understanding here. I spent thousands of dollars, and I wouldn't say I did it just for YouTube. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's like 50-50. It's cool because I get to take Ethan and my woman, we go over there, we get to live our life, and we make lifelong memories. And anybody who really knows me before all this YouTube stuff, that was always my number one saying. If you go to my Instagram and you go back to all the way when I was in college, you always see the caption saying, life is all about the memories, because it is. Because when it's all said and done, when you're 6 feet under, or you're sitting in a cell for the rest of your life, which I pray to God nobody who's watching this video ever has to go through or deal with, because 4 years for me was more than long enough. So understand a lifetime is a long damn time. But when something precious gets taken away from you, you understand and you realize that your memories are all you ever have left in this world. The legacy you leave behind, the impact that you've had on other people's lives is more important than any material thing, any amount of money, anything. I was talking to a subscriber today at my brother's place, and if you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, you will see I put them on there. And he came up to me and he was just telling me how much I inspired and motivated him. He went to medical school and all this other stuff. And I just thought I told him, I just thought it was the most inspirational and legendary thing ever. Because G Squad, y'all look at me and y'all say I inspire and motivate y'all, but y'all don't even understand that y'all inspire and motivate me to keep going with this YouTube stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's some times where it's like, oh man, I don't really want to, you know what I'm saying? I get discouraged with it sometimes. I'm gonna keep it G with y'all. But y'all fuel me every time one of y'all come up to me, and I know a lot of y'all see me and probably don't come up to me, but I always say if you come up to me, always show me love, because I'm gonna show you that same love back. When y'all come up and y'all do that, that fuels me to keep going. When somebody comes up to me and says, man, you changed my life, you impacted my life in a way that can't even be put into words, that's more important to me than anything. And that's what I was able to do for my woman and my little guy E the whole time we were out in Paris, Italy, and Switzerland. With all that being said, it still is a business at the end of the day, because if I don't make these videos, this don't get paid for, this Jeep don't get paid for, the Ram Breezy don't get paid for, the house don't get paid for. So you got to understand, I don't do it for the money, but the thing is we have to think about the money. Even though it's not the reason for us doing it, we have to think about it, because it's called life and it's called the world, and money make the world go around. It's just simple, it's just what it is. So with that being said, that is the topic of the video and the title, in which I was telling y'all I did the dumbest thing ever. I erased all those clips, and I'm saying this to tell y'all that if something like this is happening in your life, don't get discouraged by it. Don't complain about it. Just take it to the chin, right? And just keep on pushing. Because as weak as it is, and even though we spent thousands of dollars, there's some positive and even in the most negatives. Who knows what to come from it? But if y'all are wondering, and I'm telling y'all this to tell y'all that if you're wondering where that footage is of the Paris and the Eiffel Tower and the Switzerland and the most mountains and the bluest waters and all that stuff, Italy and all that, I erased it. So there y'all go. Now, is it weak? Absolutely. It's 101,000,000% pretty fucking whack. But what can you do? There's no point in complaining. You just keep on going and keep on growing, man. That's got to be the game plan every single day that you wake up. And now the thing is, man, and I always use basketball as an analogy because it taught me so much. Even though I had fun playing basketball, but I hated the extras of basketball. I hated the politics. I hated how you had to play nice with people you don't like. And I'm the kind of person, if I like you, you know it. And if I don't like you, you gonna know it too. Just like some of you weak ass, dumbass, fucking internet trolls, right? And the thing is, man, is no matter what, things aren't gonna go your way. You can put in maximum effort, and things won't always go your way, you know. But I'm a firm believer that if you keep going and you keep pushing, you will eventually keep growing. You know, but it's two kind of people in the world to me. You got one person who stops knocking. You got the other person who doesn't stop knocking. They eventually get in. The person who stops, obviously you never get in. The door never opens for you. But for the person who never stops knocking, eventually at some point in time, they will get in. You just cannot stop it. You got to keep believing that that door will open. So like I said, man, I'm telling y'all this is to tell y'all, man, no matter what you're doing, if you're not getting the results you want, make sure you just keep pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it won't always be that way. Life is, and I know a lot of y'all probably know this already, you have good moments in life, you have bad moments, right? And a good moment doesn't last forever, but neither does the bad. So when you're going through the bad, you know, it's crazy because when we're having a good moment, we feel like it's gonna last forever, or sometimes we don't, or sometimes it goes by so fast because time flies when you're having fun. But when it's a bad moment, it feels like it's gonna be an everlasting moment, and it's not true. And I always, when I think about stuff like that, I think about prison. For me, I had a release date, but at the same time, it feels like you're never gonna get out because it's such a hell on earth. It's a nightmare, right? And but you gotta always look at the light at the end of the tunnel, and you can never stop believing in what can be achieved when you get to that light at the end of the tunnel, man. So like I said, man, moral of the story, keep grinding, keep pushing, keep growing. Even if you're not getting the results that you want, make sure that you never stop believing, because eventually you will. But you will never know if you don't keep on pushing. There's a saying out there that says, you can never make a shot that you don't ever take. That about summarizes it all for me, man, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So if I inspire and I motivate you, and you're watching this video right now, and life isn't necessarily where you want to be right now, and you know, obstacles and hurdles keep jumping in your way, you just ain't got the vertical to jump over it sometimes, and you have to run through it. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, you just can't stop, because no matter what, that hurdle will always be there. So what are you gonna do? Just never try again? Gotta either blow through it or jump over it, man. Either way it goes, you have to get by it. You know what I'm saying? The only way you can do that is by going. You have to keep going, and you have to just figure it out along the way. Every time you're not gonna have the perfect plan, it's not gonna just work out perfectly how you want it to. But that's it, man. I just wanted to tell that to y'all, man. Let y'all know that no matter what's happening in your life, you have to keep pushing in order to keep growing. Plain and simple. Tall Guy Car Reviews, man. I'm out here with another video, baby. I'll see you on the next one.